was the crushing thing, is he wrote down everything, an apology, and he wasn't supposed to call us out of detox, and he called us on the third day, and he said, "Mom, I'm sorry, I never meant to be a bad kid. I never meant to be a bad son. I didn't mean for any of this to happen. I didn't try to do this." I know. And then he's told me he'd been doing heroin, and there's no way.
So I did a 30-day stay at the Hancock County Jail. A couple weeks into, the detoxification of everything that I was putting in my body that was bad for me. I started seeing a little bit clearer. The fog started to lift, and I was really looking at the big picture of being a mom. That's what I do.
It really manifested itself in 2014, late in the year, when the heroin opiate addiction really surfaced. And that's when especially Jackie kicked into high gear, and or we're both trying to find help locally too. Detox, residential.
Let's step back a little bit. We didn't know he was doing heroin.
Right. He's under our roof.
We had no idea.
The community needs a system that treats the whole person. And I think we've made a lot of strides towards those ends, which is really cool to see, but when someone's struggling with mental health or with substances, that's generally not all of it.
Because he had mental health issues since he was very young. So approaching that at the earliest age of kindergarten became a struggle in the community, so we had to go elsewhere. We did not have any physicians in Findlay that would work with anything with small children. So we went to Toledo for several years, and then we went to Columbus for the rest of the years. So when he was in high school is when it really manifested into a condition that became out of our control as well as his. And we were forced to take him to the emergency room because that was the only help that was offered. And that was very traumatic for all of us to have our son in the emergency room and then taken to a mental health facility in Lima, because the facility here at Orchard Hall, I guess, we never really got a reason why he wasn't a candidate for Orchard Hall, other than maybe it was the age factor because he was a senior in high school.
You could be homeless, you could be dealing with a different situation in your family, and that could put you into, kind of like a spiral. So there could be, several different gaps, but the gap that I see is getting the help that you need, quickly. It might not be quick enough for them, and so they feel like they're defeated.
Making phone calls in a crisis situation where he's begging for help, and you do call, if you can get through, saying, okay, well, we'll see you in 3 months. Or we have walk-ins on Monday, and this would be on a Thursday. Or we have walk-in help on a Monday. And it's like, well, the crisis is happening right now. So no immediate help other than the standard comment to us was always, take him to the emergency room. That was all we were ever given, is take him to the emergency room.
If you're having a heart attack, you can get help pretty quickly. If there's something going on, again, in crisis situations that we were in, it just felt like we were knocking our heads against the wall.
On the addiction side, also detox is another thing that we're still, as a community, kind of working on, because we don't provide medical, detox here at Century Health, and the hospital does what they can, but everyone, Century Health, Adamus Board, the hospital have been talking and working on how best to address that. So it'll happen, but that is still one of the things that people at times have to go out of the community for.
That's the other catch-22, is I found a ton of facilities, but at $30,000 a month, they could take him right away. So this facility...
Yeah, or you get put on a waiting list for 2 or 3 months or whatever.
So there's there's a gap there, because if somebody goes to Century Health asking for help and they want to go right now, if they have to wait to get into a detox facility, they might change their mind before they get in. If it needs to happen now. If they say yes, it's a go, then things need to happen very quickly, because it's really easy for somebody to decide that they changed their mind. So let's say the detox center, and I know that there's several up in Toledo, but if it's full and there's no open beds to get somebody into detox right away, and they have to wait a week might be too long. They might not even make it.
My biggest hope, I think, is that this community becomes more of a healing community. I think we've started on that journey, but we need each other. We need every single service that is out there. We need every single resource that is out there. We do not get rid of this problem. We do not fix this problem on our own or individually. You know, as a person, I need my neighbors, I need my family, I need my community members. As a community, we need each other. You know, we have to come together to create a healing environment, to create an environment where people are accepted, they are included, where they can get help and can get those resources when they need them.